Hello everybody, my name is Merc and we are back playing Elden Ring. It's been a hot minute since I played this last, I'm not gonna lie. One thing I did want to do is hand over more death root to Garank here. I doubt he's gonna have anything new to say, because he's not sated. We got Bestial Vitality, a new incantation that we could possibly use. Let's have a look at what that does. Acquires 12 faith, heals HP over a period of time. Having gained intelligence, the beasts must have felt how their wildness slipped away as civilization took hold. Okay. It is said that in the time before the Erd Tree stones were the first weapons of the beasts who had gained intelligence. So we got some lore about the first beasts who became maybe human life. Another thing that I did is I went back to the Church of Dragon Communion and I ate the second heart. I think we already read what all those spells were. I believe I got the claw attack. Is there a claw attack? I'll double check for y'all as I sip my tea real quick. Yes, the Dragon Claw, which we cannot use, so I didn't think it was too important to show that on a recording. And nothing special happened with at that area. One thing you may notice from the end of the last episode is we are using the Crafted Blade Greatsword yet again. It gives us 434 attack power while two-handing, which feels a little absurd. We're, of course, sacrificing a bit of speed going back to this weapon, but the damage output seems wild, so we definitely want to use this some more because we upgraded it to... what did we upgrade it to? +5 now, total. Which it does not scale the same way as this +7 heavy great axe, because it is a special weapon. Which reminds me, I gotta use its skill a little more often, because it's supposed to boost you up. How much FP does it cost? Does it say on the weapon? It doesn't. We can use it in a second. I think we're going down here, and we're gonna go fight this giant. In the last episode, we went south along this ridge, and found ourselves in Jarburg, and had a talk with Jarbairn, who called us the potentate, or asked if we were a potentate. I think that's what they referred to us as. And I tried to lie and say we were, but they saw through that. For whatever reason, you need to be especially chosen to be a potentate. I hope I'm remembering that correctly. Like I said, it's been almost a week since I played last, so I'm going to be maybe a little rusty. I wanted to play some more. This week's been tough. Back to work, still recovering from my sickness, you know, trying to get back to 100%. We're not going to bother with those NPCs up ahead. We don't really know what their deal is, aside from the fact that they use fire. We've not seen those enemies before. Got ourselves some penguins here. Behold monster. I highly doubt there's anything down there. I doubt there's anything along this cliffside as is. But you know me, I gotta be thorough. So yeah, just a lot of penguins along this ridge. Let's go see what this golem up ahead is all about. Be wary of dragon. Are these things dragons? Got a little bit of a ridge behind this building. This building appears to be another elevator, perhaps. We've encountered one of them before in the Mistwood. I believe it was this building over here. See off for Riverwell, you can kind of see the circular roof. I wonder how similar it looks over here. Pretty similar. So it might be another way down. We haven't been down there in quite a while. Actually, one thing that I thought of is we haven't went for this boss. There was a dragon kin soldier, if I remember correctly. We can go back and try to give that a few more goes. I feel like we could have probably taken him on when we first encountered that dragonkin, but I decided I didn't want to throw my face against that wall too much. Lots of messages on the road here. Seek legs. Try legs. Really? Just a bunch of messages about legs? I know how to kill the giants. I guess this might be the first time people have seen these golems. Thankfully this one's not too alert, so it's not firing arrows upon us as we approach. Got some elk and other wildlife in the area. Just gonna circle around, see if there's anything hidden behind the building or around the building. I imagine that building itself is the key location of this spot. I kind of doubt there will be a cave or anything back here, but gotta have a look. Found ourselves at some herba with an owl. Sounds like there's bats or something marching above us. I don't know what that's all about. Oh. It's a rune bear clawing at the wall. My favorite. Alright, well, that immediately makes me want to turn around. There's actually, looks like another rune bear sleeping in, at the lake over there. So maybe we'll deal with this giant first. For no particular reason. I kind of feel like if anything is going to stay dead after we slay it, it might be this giant. I guess would be the real reason there. Let's get off the horse. See if we can crouch up. Sneak up behind it. Even if we don't, not too worried. Gotta remember we're using the new moveset of the Grafted Blade Greatsword, so... I used the skill, and we already staggered this friggin' thing. Rip to you, but I'm built different. I think we got like a good 1,000 damage chunk opening up with the charge attack. We did take damage there, but it seemed we super armored. Okay, it's doing the consecutive slam attack. It was poorly timed roll. It felt okay, but it was a little too early. Okay, tried to sweep us. Another fully charged attack. Two of them, in fact. We did nearly 3,000 damage. Pretty wild. Grafted Blade Greatsword proving pretty good already. Assuming we have the time to actually swing it, it's going to be less of a guarantee versus these rather quick and deadly rune bears. So of course we can go into this well. Actually, did it have a name? It did not. Maybe it's if we go inside, we'll have a quick name upon discovering the location. Let me just step into the door. Ainsel River Well. So, when we were in Siofra, I believe it was when we were in Siofra, there was... Actually, I think I know exactly what item it was that I'm thinking of. It was one of the maps. Apologies as I state my curiosity here. Let's check out the maps we have, and let's go to Siofra River. There are two great rivers flow beneath the lands between the Siofra and the Ainsel. To me, that means we're going to be at another location entirely. We might not even be able to go to Siofra from Ainsel. But we will surely have a look down there. Probably in this episode, if I have to imagine. I'm a little unsure of how we're going to progress in future. I was thinking to myself, because we could of course continue exploring north and check out this minor Erdtree that we have not yet. Might actually be a cave over here. But also I want to get this map marker so we can see the rest of the swamp. I would like to start exploring the swamp as soon as possible, maybe? Maybe. I have a feeling the grapes that Hyeta is looking for, I don't remember what they're called now. The yellow eyeballs that she eats. I feel like there is one in the swamp. So we have confirmed that it is a rune bear sleeping. Maybe we'll pull out those sleep pots again. It seems like it might be a good idea versus the bears. Just circling out around them. I do intend to slay them, even if they don't necessarily drop anything. How many souls we got? Only 1,000. I probably spent, yeah, I spent a lot leveling up this sword. Let's see what this precious item is. A stone sword key, ×1. Pretty good. How many keys do we have? We have 8. So we're definitely not hurting for them anytime soon. We'll use them any opportunity we find ourselves presented with. I think we probably take out the one in the lake first. Oh no. Don't start firing upon me already. It looks like that is not what's happening, thankfully, because that appears to be, I don't know what else to call it, beyond a magic stone. A lot of stone faces with gemeralds, emeralds, and sapphires inladen. And that all screams to me, this orb casts spells. I think we already encountered one very similar to it at the poison swamp where... Selin? Is that her name? I think her name is Selin. It's down here. Witchbane Ruins. Sorcerer Selin is imprisoned. So I don't want to aggro that and the bear at once, of course. Let's go to our item crafting. How many we got? We got 3 fire pots. Let's just make some sleep pots then. We can make 8 of these. Jeez. Let's make like 5. And even then, that seems like too much. But just in case we miss some, I suppose. Have them ready. See if we can get a good charge attack on the bear. I did switch out my charms, and I believe I need to keep them this way now to use our current equipment, shield included. We could, of course, could drop the shield. See the light patterns shifting. I guess it means that it's time is passing because I'm taking so long. Doesn't really look like there's a proper day-night cycle with the sky, though, but maybe I'm wrong on that fact. Got a message appraisal. Well, let's go see what that is before we start this fight. Oh, it was the poison trap one. Jeez, we got 10 no head-aheads? Wow. Alright, well. And no tri-fire votes on the Erdtree avatar in the Weeping Peninsula. I feel like that was actually like a good message, but perhaps it's obvious if there's a wood creature, you should try fire. Alright, let's enough waiting around. Let's see what kind of damage we can do to this bear and what kind of damage it'll do back. Okay, I got greedy and used my thing again. Let's get away from the thing. The thing in the water. The head. Alright. We're already getting rocked a little bit here. I'm a little worried because we're so friggin' slow with the sword. Okay. I think we're safe down here. Yeah, let's just go down here. The bear almost landed on us. Looks like that buff doesn't last too long. It fell asleep. That was the last of our FP, making that buff work. Uh-oh. I don't want to roll back too much because we're kind of close to the edge. Okay. One more hit, and it should be done. I did like a weird jump attack there. A jump heavy. What did the bear drop? Hefty beast bone, beast blood. Hey, as long as they're not dropping real items, I won't be too upset because the number of bears we've let slip through our fingers as they grabbed us and then disappeared into the ground. That happened pretty recently, as well as in the Mistwood. I did notice a crystal bud around here. I want to go get it. Cool. That other bear is quite a distance away, so I think we should try to take on this weird orb. Can't tell. This has got to be a blood rose, right? Two of them, in fact. Continue my looting spree. Alright, so we have no more FP. And we... excuse me, can't even use sleep pots. Did not think of that. So how much FP do we have? 75. We used 3 of our charge, or our special, what's it called? Skill on the weapon. And one of these costs 9. Sorry, I'm just doing some mental math. So it's that like 66 FP afterwards, so each of those special skill charges uses like 22 FP. I'm gonna go with that. I doubt we can sneak up on this thing. The moment it reacts, I'm gonna run in. But if it does not react, then I'm going for a full charge attack. You know me. I am nowhere near close enough. That's unfortunate. I'm very scared about the artillery it's firing. Get one more hit in. Okay. Thankfully, they're not too tough. But yeah, they definitely are an imposing threat when you are not facing them one-on-one. More fireflies appear to be in this lake, as well as some blood roses. People be dying here, spawning blood roses. We're not really using gold fireflies, so don't really know why I'm going around picking them up. Geez, another no head-ahead vote. One day the novelty will wear off and I'll stop checking the message appraisals every time it happens, but for now, I want to see more. We could perhaps use an item to get some FP back to make this fight easier. Get some sleep pots going. That is such a quick attack. Just gotta do roll attacks versus bear, maybe. Oh, it's going for the grab. It was out of stand. That is some big damage. Oh my gosh, the camera screwed me. I wonder if that charge attack has like a bigger hitbox on the start, or it does more damage. Because that second time that it charged me, it felt like it did much less damage. Again, maybe there's 2 different charge attacks for all I know. Okay, we staggered it. Good time to stagger, because I was getting a little worried about how that fight was going. 2 full charge attacks. Actually, only the first one was charged. 2 heavy attacks, though. Looks like this area has been cleared to my satisfaction. Excuse me. Grab this Trina Lily. Alright. Bit of a diversion over here. Not much going on. But this building will have a lot going on inside of it, of course. I'm sure we'll find a site of grace down there as well. We get our FP back. Let's have a look. Now, what is in Ainsel River? I imagine it's going to be a very long elevator, just like the last one was. Don't fall immediately. I almost just walked right off. Lots of coffins. Looks like they perhaps were dropped from above. This wasn't that long of an elevator, as I anticipated. Where are we on the map? Of course, the same spot, just underground. The Ainsel River. I was examining these pots, seeing if they were the same make as our pot friends. Lost Grace discovered. Let's sit down quickly, get our FP back and a couple of flasks. And go for a quick run around. Nothing behind the elevator. I'm going to turn on the lantern. Oh, what the heck are those? Oh, I don't like this. Oh my gosh, I really don't like this. What the heck are those? Those are ants. Those are giant ants with stingers. Markings on their thorax. Is that the thorax? I don't remember what the thorax. I feel like the thorax is the body. Oh, I don't like this at all. Bug, help me. Miyazaki, why'd you do this to us? Oh my god, there's so many of them. And if it's an anthill, that means there's going to be even more. And perhaps a queen. I don't like that at all. Lots of corpses down here. Corpses and coffins. Maybe they were thrown down river and they let the ants deal with the besmirched people who had their corpses fated to go down here. So we're obviously going this way first because there's no horrible ants obviously this way. I mean, there could be some above me, and hey look. Who called that? I called that. I'm not happy that I called it, but I did. How do I deal with this? Oh my god, look at it. It's gross. I'm not even, like, that concerned of bugs in real life. Like, I have a bit of an ant problem in my apartment, which isn't the first time I've had to say that, unfortunately, but if I see an ant, I'm not like, oh no, burn the whole house down. Okay, thankfully it doesn't have a lot of HP. They sure die like ants. Miyazaki had one poor worker be like, alright, your job is to study ants. And you're gonna make a giant ant, and you're gonna make the animations for it. That's usually not how development works, one person doing all that, but you know what I mean. Magic grease times 3. I think we have a lot of those now, so maybe use some of them. Perhaps not on the ants themselves, but if we see anything deadlier than these ants. But yeah, like, I see various bugs and I'm okay with killing them. But I don't appreciate seeing them, I guess. This is awful. I don't even know what to do here. I'm trying to go to this left one and throw a knife at the left one. It's like, come on, the left one's the closest to me and I can't even. Whatever, I'll just manually throw the knife. Oh, why did 3 of them fall? I don't even want to see your animations. I want you to die. I'm sure the more that I speak about how disgusting these ants are, the more you're like, whatever, Merc. You're scared of ants. Maybe that's why they infest my apartments. They know I'm scared. Again, though, I'm not actually, though. Oh, they do survive one light slash, so I gotta make it a jump attack. No, that doesn't even count. I thought jump attacks give you a little bit of bonus. Bonus damage. Perhaps I was wrong in that assumption this whole time. Do this. Thankfully, pulling them with a bone dart simplifies the equation. Let's see if this one actually drops down or if I'm just being preemptive. Yeah, it does. Again. 359 damage. Probably have like 370 HP or something. Wait, where are you pointing at? Why would someone be coming out this way? I guess technically you could probably enter the underground from another side. Grace Mimic times 8. Well, when you got 8 of them, you gotta use them. Even though I'm sure this is gonna point like backwards. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I still contend that those Grace Mimics just point in a random direction. Ugh, don't like this. Need to make more bone darts. We'll do that real quick. Make another 10. Just gonna pull them out from where they're chilling. Seems like it had like a mandible charge bite I was going to attempt there. If I don't have to figure out their animations, I'll be a-okay with that. Don't know why I went for the jump attack. But I did. I hear bugs to the left. Creeping. Why does it look like the water's flowing uphill here? I'm assuming it's just like a shader issue. Oh, ew, gross. This thing is spewing at me with its butt. Why is it invisible? Is it just like an LOD thing? I sure hope so. I hope we're not dealing with invisible ants. I kind of want to get touched by this, whatever this effect is, just to see. I have to imagine it's Crimson Rot. Okay. Much rather fight them close up than from range if they're gonna spew out of their butt like that. How did this one even... Where did you even come from? I think there were so many messages being like, yo, watch out, because... Seriously, where did it come from? Did it come from this coffin? Like, seriously? It must have come from the ground, maybe. Ants do be digging. Oh, hello. Even more. Gonna be buying some bones in the future, I'm sure. Going through all these bone darts. Smithing stone 3. Be wary of guard counter. What does that even mean? The ants have some sort of method of getting through shields. Perhaps. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Thankfully I super armored through whatever attack it was doing. I'm not gonna be dying to no ants here. Unlike some other players, perhaps. Lots of corpses up ahead. Be wary of down, so to speak, death. There is a lot of coffins and corpses here. I feel like we've seen this effect before, these like weird fireflies. Silver firefly. Okay. The bones be clattering. Less sneak opportunities here, perhaps. What about this little spot? Golden Rune 1. I'm really surprised nothing reacted to me looting that one. Not exactly being the most stealthy individual here. Smithing stone 3. Time for jumping. are those ant eggs. Don't like this. That is a... and it's like praying as well. I uprated that message. Oh my god, okay, well first things first. I don't think we can destroy these. Oh my god, try fire indeed. Seems we found the queen. Oh, there's so many ants above. Okay, well, instead of making my skin crawl looking at that location, let's go to the other way. See what they got going on. Down hallway number 2. Again, though, I feel like we've seen these, like, firefly effects. Was it on the other location of Deathroot that we found? I don't have the Deathroot item anymore because I gave it to Garank at the start of this video. At the bottom of Stormvale Castle, there was that gross face. Is that what I'm thinking of? Maybe I'm just going mad. Both seem plausible. One of the messages said death, so I'm wondering if Deathroot perhaps is found down here. Found ourselves some old school architecture. Big old zone. What kind of lily is this? Oh, this is like a ghost glovewort. Got an item there. We appear to be at like a dam of some sort. Another item here. Not seeing any ants. More smithing stone 3s. Not gonna sneeze at that because I think we need them for our various weaponry at this point. Shatter shard arrow fletched. I think we might have seen some shatter shard arrows already, just not the fletched variety. Arrow whittled from animal bones, tipped with a shard of crystal, creates a resonating noise. Okay, so we can craft the... perhaps the fletched versions as well? No, just the regular version we can craft right now. We have many types of arrows, but I doubt we'll use many of them, to be honest. This is not really a ranged bow spec. I just have the bow because we can use it. Because I wanted 14 dex to use this weapon. Having a bow is nice, though, for sure. Completely changes the game when you have no ranged weaponry. But I like having, like, little bits of, methods of dealing with things. I feel like we've seen these statues before on top of the other dam that we saw in, the Siafa River. We have encountered these claymen before. Except these ones are equipped with a dagger. I feel like we were fighting mostly spearmen before. Spearmen and casters. So I'm not sure one way or the other how different their movesets are going to be till we get down there. No head ahead. Classic message. Grace ahead. Got an elevator that I'm sure goes down. Doesn't look like there's a big reason to go over here. Found our site of grace. We're definitely not sitting down just yet. We will touch it. We're at full flasks and full FP, so I feel like we've been doing okay. Particularly versus these ants. Gonna do this. Just wanted to see where it would go. Okay, so it is just basically a floor down, and then we'll end up where the claymen are. Cool, let's pull the lever. And then we're gonna go back to that ant queen. Much to my dismay, or chagrin, I guess. I'm not happy about it, is what I'm trying to say. I don't think we've seen this kind of statue before. Actually, we have. I think I left a message, no head ahead, on one of these statues that were headless. There's a corpse over here. I wonder if that's an item corpse. Probably a way to fall off the elevator that can lead over here, perhaps. That said, where do you get down? I guess on that ledge over there? You can see the head of the other statue on the ground. Lots of claymen are looking at it. A lot going on down there. So let's go see about these ants instead. Again, we cannot ride our horse down here. Bit unfortunate, but it's not that far away. Traverse through all these corpses that were seemingly fell down the river. Perhaps this is the main food source of these ants. Take a sip of my tea. I see another man of exquisite taste using throwing knives and a greatsword. So you know what time it is. Alright, how many of them are gonna be mad with this? Looks like just the one so far. This one has glowing eyes too, which is kind of funny. I'm just buffering attacks and letting it run into me. Okay, we staggered it using our, I want to say wind box instead of a hitbox of the sword. Wind boxes are used in a few games where they want to, I don't even know what these ants are doing. But there are examples of, say, in Smash where you get hit with an attack, you're affected by the wind, but you don't take damage from it. Not necessarily wind, though. Yeah, I don't like this room. There's like eggs hanging from the ceiling. Okay, they're investigating, the two in the back, but this one, of course, knows that we hit it. They don't do a huge amount of damage, thankfully. Let's take out this one next. As long as this strat keeps working, I'm okay with it. Don't really want to fight the queen. Can't imagine she's that aggressive, let alone dangerous. That big old egg sack behind her. That said, I just kind of thought about it, and like maybe when she dies, she explodes into like 1,000 ants. I would not be a fan of that one. What are the chances ants go to sleep? I mean, in real life, they go to sleep, right? I'm just suggesting, what if I use a sleep pot? Ugh, she's like even hairy on her egg sac. What's going on here? This is nasty. Miyazaki, why did you do this? Yeah, I want to go home. Feel that one. I could use some fire. I do have the opportunity. Get that catch flame ready just in case. Uh-oh, that was gross. That was gross. Golden Rune 10 and a Rune Arc. Now, why would a queen ant like that have a Rune Arc of all things? I feel like we haven't seen very many Rune Arcs. Which is why it's odd that the queen had one. Alright, please tell me that's it in here. What horrors await us down this tunnel? I can only imagine. We are back over here, so perhaps I was wrong. The Ool Palace ruins, so we'll end up in this... at that doorway when we go down the elevator. But we are at the items that I was seeing earlier. We can summon something to help us if we need to. That was a bit of a weird jump, but thankfully there's a bit of air control in this game, so I leveled it out. Fat coin purse. Smithing stone 4. This doesn't look like we need that big of a jump. What about this blue item? Celestial Dew. It's a key item. What kind of key item is that? Carry out absolution at the Church of Vows. A hidden tier found in the Eternal City, also known as a Night tier, allows one to carry out an absolution at the Church of Vows, reversing all antagonizations. Once upon a time, the stars of the night sky guided fate, and this is a recollection of those times. So, absolution, reversing all antagonizations. To me, are these things really aware of us already? Anyway, that item, I guess, man, they're all aware of us already. Anyway, that item, I don't know if we've seen the Church of Vows, but if we, I guess, take it to the Church of Vows, if we ever piss off an NPC, we could take it there and the NPC will forgive us. All NPCs will forgive us every time we use that item. Is usually how it works in the other games, but usually it doesn't actually require an item, which is interesting. I doubt these claymen sleep, but I'm sure they don't like having fire thrown at them. Just want to get like a good throw in. Okay, unfortunately that did not do nearly as much damage as I wanted it to, even with our strength scaling. Dang it. Really wanted to hit more than one there. We're technically in battle, so we cannot make more. I can throw fireballs, so perhaps it is the time to be chucking some fireballs. Fully charged. Unfortunately, it does less damage than my... fire pots. It's 2 below. 2 directly below, I should say. So these men are very slow. So if I jump down, I should have the opportunity to outrun them, even when they're rolling, which seems to be their movement boost technique. Seems like they don't get a lot of speed out of it. Don't fall. Cool, I did not fall. I was a little worried because we're so close to the ledge. Okay, we somehow lost our lock on there. As much as I want to rain fire on these fools for the rest of the game, I feel like it's time to jump down, perhaps. Formic rock, which are found where ants are. We've only found a few of those in the overworld so far. Oh my god, there's so many of them over there. What the heck? Okay, we gotta start taking out these ones. Assuming the ones in the distance are making their way toward us. These do decent damage. Yeah, that's like a squad. That's like a freaking squad. Okay, new plan. We're going over here and we're going to call this elevator down. And we're going to fight over here just in case. And we'll have an escape plan via the elevator. Seems like they all have to pathfind up this little area here. Not kill them with one heavy attack, unfortunately. Unless it's charged. What is this one doing? It's throwing that sling, right? It's got some freaking magic boluses. Don't like that. Hey, I don't like you doing this, so I'm gonna stop you. Stop you while you're ahead. Okay, so they can cancel out the roll with an attack. Oh my gosh. Seems like maybe the dagger wielders are the only ones capable of rolling. Although now that I said that, this one... Actually, no, that's a dagger in his hand. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the stabs are quite a bit longer. There's a squad. I mean, the homies rolling up. Quite literally for these guys, I guess. Now this is the attack we've seen tons of, where it has a an attack going in and an attack coming out. One jump heavy is not enough to take him on. Seems the squad is not quite acknowledging us just yet. Thankfully, they do stagger from the Great Axe. At least the charge attack. Seems like this bolus attack is rather slow to wind up. I don't even know if that Clayman even saw us. Felt like it was, or looked like it was just investigating the noise, since it didn't turn to look at me. Now we can loot a little bit. Smithing Stone 1? The heck are you doing down here? Golden Rune 2? I guess we could have used a summon there. Probably should have. I do want to try out that Warhawk. I think we have cleared the area. Let's check this item over here, see if there's anything behind the waterfalls. And I doubt it. It's hard to even see behind the waterfalls. Or in front of the waterfalls. We almost missed an item back in Siafra. Because it was hidden in front of a waterfall instead of behind, and I still couldn't really tell what was going on there. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything else going on over here. I doubt there's anything in this corner. Oh, there's a whole path. Opportunity ahead. You don't say. We found ourselves a pickle hole. Hopefully it's not quite a pickle in here. As long as there's no ants. Be wary of mage. So this is a pickle hole. That man just died in front of us? What happened there? I feel like it was just a ghost, not a blood stain, so I don't know why it ended so abruptly. Oh, found the mage? What the heck are even you? Seriously, what the heck are you? So you're like upside down, you got like 6 arms. The 2 arms are praying. 2 arms are dangling above, and I guess maybe the last set of arms maybe are legs. You got 4 wings. I don't know what the heck your body's made out of. You're hanging from the ceiling with some sort of needle-spiked tail. Yeah, again, I don't know what this body's supposed to be made out of. I guess stones. Or perhaps bubbles. These are bubble magicians down here, these claymen. Your skull has a jaw with a mandible horns, as well as giant horns jutting out from the skull as well. And then inside the skull appears to be a blue eyeball that's looking around. It does appear to be a blue eyeball. Don't like that. In fact, I don't like that more than I don't like the ants. So, turn around. See what kind of nonsense we'll find over here. I'm sure it'll just be another way to that room. Perhaps it'll be a better angle to take on whatever that thing is, though. Yeah, I guess I can see its body being made out of these bubbles. I wonder if that means, perhaps, that is one of those, let me see the spell name. Or my spells, I should say. I wonder if that's Crystallian. Yes. Which I theorize as being an alien with sorcery powers. I'm going to use this Warhawk finally. I cannot. I lied. I'm not going to do that. Can I even use any of these? Skeletal bandits. I want to use one, but how badly? We have exactly enough FP to use a spirit jellyfish, so I call you once again, whatever your name is. Aurelia. Oh, still had my menu open. I was trying to attack. Alright, well we slowly led those creatures out. Claymen. Kind of doubt they get poisoned, so the spear of jellyfish is probably not that useful here. Oh, there's an item way back there. I cannot pull out my horse. Just try to do that. I feel like this is just loot from a clayman. I can't believe my spear of jellyfish just despawned because I had the audacity to turn around to get this loot. It was a golden rune. Well then. Wasted 31 FP on a couple poison blasts from a jellyfish, but it's okay. I don't know if we'll see another Site of Grace anytime soon. Was indeed correct. We found ourselves looking towards this thing yet again. It does seem like as long as we hide behind some cover, it doesn't have like explosive blasts. Don't know if I want to enter from this way. I did see an item up on a ledge to our right. Apologies as I run back and see this angle looks like again, because I feel like this angle was slightly more approachable. There's a lot of pillars over here that we could hide behind, potentially. Did seem like there was a lot of claymen as well, though. Just hide behind the pillars. As long as this strat works. Definitely take out the claymen as we can. Seems like it's casting again, which is bad news. Okay, we're still safe here. Less safe when this guy is stabbing us. Let me see what's on their back. Does sort of seem like the same material as whatever that thing is. For now, I think I am just going to dub it a Crystallian. Oh, okay, so you can get hit by a little bit. It doesn't do huge chunks of damage. Probably don't want to get hit, though. There's a golden centipede there. Got ourselves some casters. Chilling on the ledge. This is the ledge we saw earlier. I heard it start casting and I was like, I gotta hide. Seems that this spear wielder is aware of us. Or perhaps it wasn't. Oh. Oh, at least they can get hit by it. Changes things slightly. And worry about this orb that's being summoned upon us. Okay, thankfully explosion is not that big. It fell. It fell. Not the most thrilling of locations right now. Seems we have aggroed the last mage over here, hiding behind the pillar. This ain't good. We're fine. Why are you still alive? Does seem like there's a trench below us. I kind of want to get this item, but it feels like it's just a trap. There's an item up here. There's a couple items up here, in fact. Definitely feels like that's a trap. So instead, we'll get this item. Golden centipede, those are pretty rare. I want to read the lore on that again. Kept as a fetish by Golden Order fundamentalists, especially the hunters of those who live in death. As such, they're found near churches or similar. Wow, what a wave of dudes. Hello, dudes. How you doing? How you doing? Alright, how am I gonna do this? We did just jump down, and I don't know if there's an easy way back up. I also don't know if this thing even sees us down here. It is casting. Oh, hello, army of dudes. I'm almost dead. I don't know what made us so close to death there, but perhaps I was just not paying attention to my HP. Alright, cast your nonsense. Uh-oh, it's casting some boluses. Some boli. Oh, we got hit that time. Thankfully, it doesn't actually, like, CC us, which is what I was expecting. This thing's like fires a machine gun of rocks. Oh, I was gonna say we might be safe here, but I don't know about those claymen above. What's their HP looking like? Okay, this is gonna be pretty tedious, I feel like, dealing with this area. I don't like how far these men get knocked back by my great sword of greatness. But I suppose it's a bit of a trade-off, considering how great my sword is. Grab these fireflies. Does seem like the ones up there are not going to bother us. I did not think my plan of jumping down that thoroughly, because we are now stranded down here. That said, I guess we could go the long way around now and go back to the standard entrance to the room if I really want to go back up that way. Which I suppose I will later, once I, assuming I take out this creature, we can go back and get those items we, decided not to mess with. What's going on over here? I like this idea of being in the trench. Grace ahead. Are you lying to me? Message. First off, up, and then seek checkpoint. Is checkpoint really a word in this game? I guess that makes some sense. Not only are sites of grace checkpoints, there might be some actual checkpoint stuff later. Like, you can call like a barricade a checkpoint, if you will. Let's just see what else is going on in this tunnel before I touch the grace. I realized the moment I said that, I was like, that seems like a terrible idea. Right, I found what else is going on in this tunnel. Time to go touch grace. I don't know what time I started recording this video. So I think I'm going to call this a video here, and then I'm going to pick up immediately because I want to play some more. I want to see more of this zone. So if you want to see more of that, then check out the next episode. Thank you so much for watching as is. I very much appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, folks.